my channel, friends. Thank you all so much for joining me here for a brand new video. In today's video, we're gonna go thrifting together. I'm gonna bring you along to several different stores and see if we can find some treasures. It's a beautiful sunny day, so I'm really excited to get out and do some thrifting and to bring the camera along. I'm also excited because I'm gonna run into my antique booth today and bring the camera and share with you a few glimpses of how I restock. I'm gonna get everything set up for our summer open house that we're gonna have in a few weeks. So I hope that you enjoy seeing some of the process of that and some of the pieces I'm gonna restock with and kind of how I decorate in there. So I hope you enjoy spending this fun day with me, and I will see you when we get to the very first place. We decided to drive out to a peddler's mall that we've never been to on this day before we headed over to the town that our booth is in, and it did not disappoint. There were so many treasures. I really loved these porcelain planters. There was a small one and a large one. The smaller one was $40 and the large one was $59. These are so gorgeous. They would be incredible on a cottage front porch. I could just envision so many different ideas for these. They have so much potential. I spotted so many pretty dishes. I love to look through them all and see all of the different patterns. I also loved this framed print of roses and the gold frame with the little girl in it. I'm actually thankful that I don't have extra wall space in our home because I would collect way too much artwork. I just love it, and knowing that I don't have a spot to hang it keeps me from bringing all of the pieces that I love home. I'm actually bringing several framed prints and wall art to the booth on this day. You'll see, because I bought some pieces thinking that I would find a spot for them, but all of the spots that I have to hang pieces are already full with pieces that I currently love, so I didn't find spots for them, but I'm happy they're gonna make their way into someone else's home for them to enjoy. But I just thought that that rose print was so pretty. Next, I spotted this gorgeous brass trivet for only $5. It's so nice with the handle. I also thought that this teacup collection was incredible. I love to see all of the different patterns that this person has collected, and this booth had really reasonable prices as well. They also had so much blue and white, and I love to see all the different pretty patterns. regrets on passing up on this adorable kitten creamer set. It came with a creamer and salt and pepper shakers for only $10 for all of it. I have a love for kitties, and it's in my favorite blue color with dainty blue flowers on it, but I just couldn't think of where I would put it or where it would look good at in our home. So I did decide to leave it, but how precious is this set? I just love it. I thought this was such a perfect way to display teacups in each of these little cubbies, so I wanted to share this booth with you and how pretty this display was. So many gorgeous teacups. I really loved this pattern here. I believe it was $22 for this teacup, but I just thought it was so pretty. I also loved this gorgeous artwork piece with this little girl and her dog. So pretty. But after this, we decided to head to Goodwill, and I decided that in here I was just gonna film a reel for Instagram, so I left my camera in the car, and then I ended up finding so much cute stuff, so I'll insert the clips that I took on my phone right here. Now it's time to get to work on restocking my antique booth. I know this might not be something that everyone enjoys watching, but I have had so many requests to do this, so I decided to share it with you. It feels very vulnerable taking you in here because this space is so special to my heart, and things are not perfect in here. I still have so much work that I want to do, but this is what it looks like right now. I shared a little before clip of how it looked when I first got there, and now we're going to get to work on getting the new things set out. One thing that I have learned is that everything will not always look perfectly styled, and every time that I come there's lots to clean up and things to put back where it goes, but I love the whole process of it. I've dreamed of having a space like this for years, so it is just so fun and creative to me. I've really been wanting a piece to go here in the middle of the booth to be able to display more items on, and we found this little chippy table recently at a yard sale. It's the perfect height. It is very old, so it does wobble a bit, but I was able to fix it before I left so that it would be nice and sturdy and level so that I could keep these pieces on it. And I'm very excited about this. I think it looks really good in the booth, and it's just a nice centerpiece to kind of draw your attention to the middle, and again to have a nice piece to display more items on. So right here I'm just working on straightening things up that were moved around and then adding out the new pieces that I brought. Like I mentioned, I brought over several wall art pieces that I thought were going to work in our home, but I didn't end up having spots for them, so I'm gonna hang some of those pieces up. I really love to hang up as much art as I can in here because I think it looks so good displayed and styled on the walls, and you can just really see it well, and I love how it looks. So I'm gonna hang those up. And I also realized halfway through decorating that I went off and left my tea-stained flags that I wanted to bring at home, so I'm gonna go back tomorrow and add those into different areas around the booth, like in little creamers and in some of my gravy boats and places like that, and also some sprigs of greenery to add a summer patriotic feel in here before our summer sale. So I think it's going to make it very festive and look pretty once I add those. I'm also doing 20% off of everything through the month of May. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the process of styling my new pieces in here and getting everything freshened up before our summer event. If this is something that you enjoyed seeing, let me know, because I think it would be fun to bring you back in a few months when the seasons change and I start adding in my fall pieces. I think it would be really fun to share that process, so let me know what you think and if you would enjoy seeing that. But thank you so much for coming along with me, and now we will get into the thrift haul. Okay friends, it is the next day and I'm going to share with you everything that I found thrifting yesterday. Everything is from Goodwill except for one piece that I did get at the Peddler's Mall. So I'm very excited to get into it and share everything with you. I think I'm going to start out with my most favorite piece because I still cannot believe that I spotted this item at Goodwill. It is this incredible pink teapot. If you watch my videos, you know my love for vintage teapots. So this was such an exciting Goodwill find. And it says Sadler, England on the bottom. I have seen how much these Sadler teapots go for in antique stores, so I thought that $12.99 was a very good deal for this. And just look at how beautiful it is. So that was my first find. This Goodwill had so many good finds on this day. And the next thing I spotted is another little teapot, and this one is shaped like a little cottage. Oh my goodness, I have no words. Look at this treasure. This was $2.99, so drastically different price from the previous one, but I was very thankful to find this little piece. And it says made in Japan on the bottom. I really want to take this plastic wrap off and open it up and take a look at it. So let me take this off and I'll share with you a closer look. Okay, here it is. This is the front. And I looked it over and I don't see any imperfections or cracks or anything, so that's super exciting. And this is the back. I think this would be so pretty in the kitchen. I want to find a spot for this in there. But that was my next little find. I feel like maybe the same person probably donated both of these. I'm so happy I decided to stop in at this Goodwill on this day. I almost didn't even pull in there. I had already been to several other stores and I kind of felt like I'll just go on home. I don't think they'll have anything. And usually, I don't know why, but that seems to always happen when you just don't feel like you're gonna find anything, is when I will normally see something that I'm like, thank goodness that I came here. And the days that I feel like I really will find good stuff, I don't find anything. I don't know why that happens, but that was super exciting. And then next I found this cute little creamer. I love these red transferware pieces. This is Queen's Chelsea Twa Fine Earthware. That's what it says on the bottom. It was $1.79. Such a sweet little find. Next I found this really adorable little duck planter. I normally only see these little planters at peddlers malls or antique stores, so I was excited to see this at Goodwill for $1.99. How precious would this be with a little succulent or plant in it? It's just the perfect little vintage planter. I love ducks, so I thought this was just precious. Next I spotted this little canister. I actually have the big version of this. It's really tall, but I love this like green glass. It's just beautiful. This was also $1.99. It doesn't have the seal, but I'm gonna get one for it. The taller one that I have does have a seal, and I keep my chocolate chips in it, and I've had it for several years, and it makes the pantry so pretty. I love to collect vintage canisters. It just adds such a pretty and collected feel to the pantry, and I think it's beautiful. So that is why I got that piece, to add it to our food storage. And I'll probably put like some sort of nuts or even maybe like mini chocolate chips in this. So I love that find. Next, I found these glasses. You all know, if you watch my channel, I love rimmed glasses. These are really nice. I couldn't tell if they were an older or newer piece. They don't have any markings on them, but they were 99 cents each. So I picked up these. I love to make iced coffee in these. I have several of them in all different shapes and sizes and styles, but they're just my favorite glasses to drink out of. Next, I found two really pretty USA teacups. I believe these are by Homer Laughlin. They were 59 cents each. I love using these in my hutch or on a little peg rail. Also as scoops in like your clear canisters. You can use it to scoop flour, or of course just drink tea from them. They have so much potential and I just love vintage teacups. So that was my inspiration behind these. And I probably will share them with one of you over on Poshmark, because I have so many vintage teacups that I have in my own collection, but I thought one of you might really enjoy these. So excited about that find. I also spotted this really pretty gravy boat. This doesn't have any markings on it, but it's this really pretty swirl pattern. I believe it might be ironstone, possibly. It was 99 cents. I just love the really unique shape of it. I love anything with mushrooms on it. It's very cottage core, so when I spotted another one of these mushroom mugs, I had to pick it up for only 59 cents. I thrifted one of these a couple weeks ago and I have already used it a ton. I love to eat soup out of these, so I was excited to spot another one. We had a ton of these growing up. We had the tomato soup one, the onion soup. They were some of our most used dishes in our household growing up. My mom still has them. She's had them my whole life. I believe they were my dad's mom's dishes. We inherited all of her dishes, and my parents still have all of them. So we just had them for years, and they bring back so much nostalgic feeling when I see them. But we never had the mushroom one. So when I first spotted this at a thrift store a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I love the mushroom one, because it just really fits in with our cottage home. So anyway, I was just excited to find another matching little mushroom mug. And of course you can drink out of these, but I really love them as like soup bowls. So excited about that find. And then we're getting down to some of the last pieces, but next I found this butter dish at Goodwill. This isn't vintage. This is Hearth and Hand by Magnolia from Target. It was $1.99. I've heard people say that they love to keep their butter on the counter in one of these. I love our butter dish we have now, the Wexford that I keep our butter in, but I thought I might try this for only $1.99 and see if I like to have it out on the counter with our butter in it. It's supposed to keep it very soft, so it's easy to spread. And yeah, so I just thought I would grab that. And then the very last dish item is this pie plate. This is an Anchor Hawking 10-inch pie plate. And I just wanted to pick up another one of these for our kitchen. I use them so much, and it was only $2.99. Such a good price. And I love that it has handles. That's what really drew me to it. And the last time I saw a pie plate at Goodwill like this, I wanted it and I debated on getting it, but it was, I think, like $8.99, and I knew I would find it at a different Goodwill another time cheaper. So I waited, and this was at our local Goodwill for only $2.99. So that was just so exciting. And I also love like the little ridges around the edge, or like the little scallops. So that was a fun find. And then I found a few little accessories, very summer themed. The first one is another straw bag, but this one is very different than any of the other ones I have, and I feel like it is going to be so useful. It is huge. I love the size of it. This is going to be the perfect beach bag. I might insert a clip of our beach towels in here so you can see my vision, but I don't own a straw bag that's big enough for our beach towels and sunscreen, all of our other things that we'll bring. So I thought it would just be very functional to have in my collection. And the brand is Morona. I believe that is Target. Is that a Target brand? I can't remember, but it does say that the handles are 100% leather. So for $1.99, I was very excited to pick that up at Goodwill. Okay, my very last Goodwill find is again another piece that is very similar to something that I thrifted in my last haul, but it's another blue striped shirt. But this one is very different from the last one because the previous one is it's a lot more oversized and it hangs down really low, and I love the oversized fit of it, but I love this one because it's a little bit more fitted, so it gives a completely different look when it's on. And the best part about it is that it was blue tag, and all blue tags were half off, so it was only $3. And it literally looks in brand new condition. It's actually the Morona brand too. I just realized that it's the same brand as that straw bag. It's such a pretty blue color, and I know I'm gonna wear this so much this summer. I just love these striped shirts. And then I grabbed one thing from the Peddler's Mall. It's this really pretty straw hat. I loved all the details in it. This was $3.50, which is a really good deal for a very pretty sun hat, so I was excited to see that. And I love to use these in my decor. They're just so pretty hung up, but then they're also perfect to wear in the summer to protect my very fair skin. I love to wear them in the garden or just outside on a summer day. So here's kind of what it looks like on. I love the floppy, like droopy hats, because it just feels a little bit more casual than one of the big like stiff sun hats. So anyway, that's kind of a little example of what it looks like, and I think it's cute. So that is everything that I found at the thrift store this week. I really hope that you all enjoyed coming along for it and also seeing the process of refreshing our antique booth. It was really fun to bring you along for that as well. And I think that's gonna be it. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and stay tuned and be sure to subscribe for more content coming very soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, friends.